Okay, so the first number that we want to find the prime factorization of is 48. So 48 is going to make my base layer of my cake. So I'm just going to kind of draw like a very long division sign. Okay, and so now I want to pick one of the numbers from my prime factor list below 100. And I kind of want to make sure it's a big number, but obviously it can be bigger than 48. So I know that 48 is divisible by 3, and that's one of the numbers on my prime factor list. So I would get 16. So I'm going to say 48 divided by 3 is going to give me 16. And now I'm going to make another layer to my cake. So 16 now is the number I'm working with. Okay, I want to pick a number from my factor list. And the only number that I can think of off of there that's divisible is 2. So let's see what 16 divided by 2 is. Oh, 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I'm going to put 8 here. And again, I'm creating another layer of my cake. Now I want to find a prime factor of 8. And the only one I can think of is 2 and 4. 4 is not a prime number. So 2. 8 divided by 2 is going to give me 4. Prime number of 4, prime factor of 4 is 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then I can divide 2 by itself, and that's going to give me a 1, which is going to create that candle on my birthday cake. So I know I can stop finding prime factors. I'm done. So all of my factors that I'm going to use are these numbers outside the birthday cake. Okay? So these are my prime factors of 48. So 48 I can actually break down into the product of 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Well, there's also another way that I can say that. I can actually group these 2's together and say it is actually 2 to the 4th power times 3. I can multiply the base of 2 4 times and then multiply by 3 to get to 48. And what we're really looking for is this prime factorization of 48, because we're going to use this breakdown to help us simplify a radical in the next lesson. All right, let's find another one. So I want to find the prime factorization of 147. So again, I'm going to start with 147. And now if your number's a little bit bigger, then you definitely want to pick from a higher number on your prime factorization chart. And some of these are just going to be guesses. So I'm going to say 147 divided by, let's say, 31 is on my prime factor list. Well, if I get a decimal, I don't want to pick 31 because I want it to divide evenly. So let's try 147 divided by 29. Again, it doesn't divide evenly, so I'm going to pick another number. Now I'm going to go small because now I'm tired of guessing. Divided by 3 because it's an odd number. I know it can't be divisible by 2. And yes, I get 49. So 3. And now I've got 49 as another layer on my cake. Okay, so now I got to pick a prime number below 100. I know 49 is divisible by 7, and 7 is only divisible by 1 in itself. So let's see, 49 divided by 7 is 7. And now I know 7 is divisible by itself, which is going to give me a 1, which is now going to make my birthday cake, so the candle on my cake. So now once I get that 1 up here, I know I have found all the prime factors of 147, and there were only 3. So I can rewrite 147 as the product of 3 times 7 times 7, but I can also write this 7 times 7 as 7 squared. So I really can write the prime factorization of 147 as 3 times 7 to the power 2, where I can multiply the base of 7 twice and then multiply by 3 to get 147. So this did not have as many layers to my cake as the other prime factorization did. All right, we've got 2 more examples here. So this is a really quick lesson. All right, prime factorization of 102. So I'm going to start down here, 102. All right, well, I know it's even, so I'm going to divide by 2. And that's going to get me 51. All right, 51. Let's see, 51. Let's try 3 because it's an odd number, so I know it's not going to be divisible by 2. And that gives me 17. Okay, so 17 divided by 3, that does not divide evenly. So I'm going to try something else. 17 divided by 11. No, 17 divided by 13 is another prime number. 17 divided by, oh, I think 17 is a prime number. There we go. 17, which is going to give me my 1, which is going to make the candle on my cake. So again, all of my prime factors are along the outside of that birthday cake. And I can rewrite the number 102 as the product of 2 times 3 times 17. And because they're all different bases, I can't use my laws of exponents or my exponents to write them using powers. So there is my prime factorization of 102.